Wow, that's really bright. This is what I get for not checking the settings before I actually turn the camera on. Let me just turn that down just a tad. Honestly, white balance, my nemesis. My friend and yet my nemesis. Good grief, man. Look at that. There, now I look a little more like me. Pale and green, that's right. So, once again, here we go again. Yes, I'm now learning Here We Go Again because the chords turn out to be something I can play. So fantastic. Welcome, welcome to show number 169. Here in the room known as Away, in the house known as Ororoki, in an undisclosed location in San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio, Texas, where we had rain, sleet, and snow all on the same day, and none of it stuck. Well, it got damp. Nemesis ho! Hello! I am going to learn that song because it's one of my faves. It's also how I greet many of the Mondays when I start the day job. So today we are going to be doing songs about alcoholism, cannibalism, lumber, and going to conventions. All of which are kind of related, honestly. I'm seeing a little bit of weirdness with the juddering here. Nope, no drop frame, so that's good. I think I'm going to tweak the camera just a little bit more. That's right. Live technical support as we speak. Fine-tuning. Why? Because we need it desperately. Ah, maybe it's the gain. No, gain seems to be fine. Brightness. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's be honest. We're really just... Oh, that's exposure. The exposure's gone bonkers. That's what it is. There we are. Hey, look, now I'm human. Fantastic. Having screwed around with everything else for 4.5 minutes. Be careful what to eat in the con. That's true. That's very true. I have a tendency to stick with anything costs less than $40. And I should remind you once again that we are sponsored, but not paid by, Ray's Monolith Exchange. Get yourself a monolith. Put it out for everyone to see. Yeah, get yourself a monolith. The absurdity will set you free. It doesn't really matter whose party that you're with. So let's all make it weird. Get yourself a monolith. Ray's Monolith Exchange. We deliver. Just don't ask how. Yeah, that's as good as I can do it without having the notes in front of me. All right, well, let's actually get to the song, shall we? The first song is Arky's Toast, which I learned literally at the knees of the Jolly Beggar in Northern California. And almost got to the point where I can trust myself to play it. Maybe, some days. Starts in F. Many things start in F right now. We'll drink to the downfall of tyrants. We'll drink to Christ the Lord. We'll drink to the 12 apostles who preached his holy word. There it is. I'm waiting for the B flat. We'll drink to the saints and martyrs. Here comes the B flat. In the dismal days of yore. And whenever our tickets are empty, we'll remember once a more. And whenever our tickets are empty, we'll remember once a more. We'll drink a health to the king, me boys. We'll drink a health to the queen. We'll drink to the royal princes, wherever they are. I thought I saw one over there a minute ago. We'll drink to the dukes and duchesses, and all their loyal men. Let's be honest, we'll pretty much drink to anybody if they're paying. And whenever our tickets are empty, we'll fill them up again. And whenever our tickets are empty, we'll fill them up again. We'll drink a health to the landlord of this glorious harvest feast. We'll raise our tankard high, me boys, to the strength of malt and yeast. Fermentation! We'll drink a health to the landlord, and his ale so strong and fine. And we hope that he forgets to count when it comes to closing time. And he hopes that he forgets to count when it comes to closing time. How many did I have? I just one. Just one. I only had one. And now we'll drink to the ladies. Hi there. We'll drink to all their charms. How you doing? We'll drink to the pleasures that we find when we are in there. Arms. We'll hold them very tight, me boys, but we will make it absolutely and positively beyond a shadow of a clear. It's goodbye on the day that they do say they will keep us from our beer. It's goodbye on the day that they do say they will keep us from our beer. Done the way that I would do it at a Renaissance song. Raise monotream deliver. Raise monotream. Get yourself a platypus. Wait, no. We might go there. I don't know. You have now started something which I don't know if you really wanted to see moving, Richard, but I can only imagine you're sitting there looking at this and going, yes, this is exactly what I was hoping he was going to do. Get yourself a platypus. Why not? The next song, in keeping with this, is... I have noticed, I'm finally on TikTok, by the way. I have a few things on TikTok now. I will have more things on TikTok as I figure out how to put them up there in a way that I'm actually comfortable, happy with. Because I'm still like, all the cool kids have too. That's right. Far too many platypi. Well, I get one platypus when you get two platypi, because then you can spell it with an I. And that's important. The I stands for important, and the Q stands for quality. That's right, Tobias the Adequate Troubadork, where the K stands for quality. We are now running up. The audience is now becoming more entertaining than I am, and I think that concerns me just a little bit. Next song is a sea shanty. I have discovered, and I really had not thought about it, that apparently there are a lot of people doing sea shanties on TikTok lately. And the great thing with TikTok is you can actually, like, basically duet with somebody else. So you can actually, like, accompany them or sing with them. So I'm going to probably bust out some of my old Anchors sea shanty sing-along stuff, and we'll see what happens there. But this sea shanty is a traditional spacefaring sea shanty. If you have a brown coat, or know someone who does, or if you or a loved one have lost a loved one to a metal-faced space cannibal, this song is for you. My ship got stopped by an EMP. Reaver, Johnny Reaver. Now they're gonna eat but not kill me, and I'm dinner for a Reaver. Reaver, Johnny Reaver. Whoa, Reaver, Johnny Reaver. Ha chu shang cha zhao da zhang ho, gonna run away from the Reavers. Oh, I thought in space I would be free. Reaver, Johnny Reaver. Those metal-faced goons, they won't get me. Gonna run away from the Reavers. Reaver, Johnny Reaver. Whoa, Reaver, Johnny Reaver. I'll get there. A chu shang cha zhao da zhang ho. Gonna run away from the Reavers. I thought my cunning would prevail. Reaver, Johnny Reaver, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. And he got it by a Reaver. Reaver, Johnny Reaver, whoa, Reaver, Johnny Reaver. Ha chu shang cha zhao da zhang ho, gonna run away from the Reavers. Oh, he floated like a leaf on the wind. Reaver, Johnny Reaver, as a hood ornament he found his end. Who wrote this? 'Cause he got killed by a Reaver. I did. Reaver, Johnny Reaver, whoa, Reaver, Johnny Reaver. Ha chu shang cha zhao da zhang ho, gonna run away from the Reavers. Everybody! Reaver, Johnny Reaver, whoa, Reaver, Johnny Reaver. Ha chu shang cha zhao da zhang ho, which means filthy fornicators of farm animals. Gonna run away from the Reavers. Always brings a tear to my eye and abject terror to my trousers. This is empty. This is no longer useful. That's all right. I am actually not terribly caffeinated today. For those of you playing along at home, we have had some American history and United States history happen once again. We'll get there, we'll get there. Oh, good grief. Everybody breathe. Deep breath, let it out. I will note that there is, in fact, a Scream Into the Void hotline now. It is literally a screaming hotline. Apparently they're doing a project, and you can dial this number, and at the tone, scream, and then it will be collated and then released as a project. I think they're grouping it by using words, not using words, cursing, not cursing, screaming, crying, animal noises, and a few other things. Iteration? Duration, yes. Because it's the long ones that get a nice big old long yelp. I'm pausing because of two things. Number one, I've realized that the next song I'm going to play is in fact using the same chords as the song I just played, just in a different order. Oh well, there's only a finite number of chords in the universe, and therefore all these songs some of them wind up sounding very, very similar. Also, as it says right here, I am not very good at this, so we're just going to kind of tick along as we go. Fernando. No, we did him earlier. This next song is by my friend John, also known as Quigley, who is one part of Salty Walt and the Ratlin Ratlines, who are in the San Francisco Bay Area. They do sea shanties. They are wonderful human beings. And when we are permitted to gather again in groups, they will be doing things like the Festival of the Sea out at the pier, which is a lovely place. If you've never had a chance to go down to, I think it's Pier 45? I think that's right. They have had, in the past, a large number, 3 or more, of sailing ships, one of the old ferry boats from before the Golden Gate Bridge was a thing, merchant vessels, all kinds of cool stuff there. And they have sea shanties, and they usually sing the sea shanties in one of the ships. And it's really hard to say sea shanties without sounding drunk sometimes. So there's that. So, without further ado, because that's plenty of ado between songs, I would like you now to sit back, relax, and enjoy the tale of the Captain's Log. Wow, that was almost a professional type introduction, wasn't it? You'd almost think I knew what I was doing. Oh my gosh. Oh, the name of the ship on which we sail is a Jolly Roving Dog, and the crew be bold, the boatswains... Whoa. We'll start over. I was doing so well. I am not very good at this. See, Sarah is right there. Oh, the name of the ship on which we sail is a jolly roving dog. There we go. And the crew be bow, the boatswain's old, and we all do love our grog. The captain was the toughest man whatever sailed the seas, until one thing finally struck him down, 'twas a nasty French disease. Oh, we sailed the briny oceans on the jolly roving dog, and we will not rest upon our quest to find the captain's log. Oh, the captain finally met his match, old France, she finally won. The first mate sat beside him for the setting of the sun, and the last words of the captain to the good crew of the dog was that none shall ever take his place till he find the captain's log. Oh, we sail the briny oceans on the jolly roving dog, and we will not rest upon our quest to find the captain's log. So we searched down in the scuppers and we searched up in the nest. For a time we kept our spirits high with witty words and jests, but soon a gloom enveloped us thick as a pea soup fog. For no matter where we looked, we could not find the captain's log. Oh, we sail the briny oceans on the jolly roving dog, and we will not rest upon our quest to find the captain's log. So at last we turned to the great big book that the captain brought to sea, in which he put each day's events as written history. But no matter where we searched inside that vast and lofty tome, we could not find where the captain's log had chosen for to roam. Yes, we sail the briny oceans on the jolly roving dog, and we will not rest upon our quest to find the captain's log. Oh, the many logs that we did find, they all did look the same. But we never once found a piece of wood inscribed with the captain's name. Oh, we sail the briny oceans on the jolly roving dog, and we will not rest upon our quest to find the captain's log. Yes, we sail the briny oceans on the jolly roving dog, and we will not rest upon our quest to find the captain's log. Pretty ending for a song that causes people to concuss themselves with the speed and velocity of their facepalm. You know, there, Grizzly, I could use glass port for this myself. I could use some port. I know where it is. It's downstairs. However, I have discovered I am not a true musician because I do not trust myself to play music coherently, having imbibed a great deal of alcohol, or even a little bit of alcohol, because I'm a massive lightweight. Oh my gosh! So yeah, we're gonna do some stuff. There's the Bubba. There's the Bubba. Yes. Okay. I couldn't always tell, sir. You know, it's just one of them things. How many of you are okay? Hands up. How many of you are actually on my channel on multiple venues? I'm curious. Well, the Bubba, yeah, I could definitely use some. I have some actual white port, which we got from a winery up in the hill country. It was lovely and glorious, but there's only two of us, and consequently, you know, once you uncork a bottle, the clock's running. And neither one of us is that enthusiastic to kill off an entire bottle of any size, really, larger than 300 milliliters. But we will get there. You could hear the fear. What? Oh my gosh. Hey, I can't, you know, those of y'all who are on Twitch, Otaking009, howdy! You're here just in time for the last song, but you can always catch the reruns because I'm real big in syndication. The last song started off because I had chords, and I really, really liked the chords. I mean, I really liked the chords a lot. It was one of those absolutely bizarre things where it's like, I need words to go with this, and I couldn't come up with an answer for it. And I started thinking about the fact that we have not been able to do conventions or Renaissance festivals or a lot of things really for a while, and it's rather irritating. But I found these chords and I decided to try and do a song with it. And when I got to the point where I was talking about, a friend of mine is just moving back into Texas from being up north. And he's the kind of friend that you can have, and some of you out there are in this category where it's like we get back together and it's like we were in the middle of a conversation, an amount of time passed, and then we're just right back in the same conversation as if nothing had ever changed. And conventions and friend fairs are like that, and so the phrase "the 30-year conversation" came back, and I started to write it and make it sound real, kind of like basically kind of crunchy granola, real like light and fluffy, and then it's like no. I'm not that kind of guy. See if I can do the riff. We get together every year, and the reason that we do it may not seem too clear, but the words we say and the people we see make the world a better place. That's how it seems to me. I can't wait to see you again. Yeah, I just can't wait now to see you again. For the 30-year conversation never ends. Yeah, the 30-year conversation. Change it. Months go by, we don't meet face to face, and the messages we send do not quite take the place of the gathering grounds of our happy little crew and the ongoing banter between them, me and you. I can't wait to see you again. I said I just can't wait now to see you again. For the 30-year conversation never ends. Yeah, the 30-year conversation. We meet new friends and we drink to the old, and this party goes on and it's never gonna fold. For the things we have in common, yeah, we're always gonna try to keep the conversation going between them, you and I. I can't wait to see you again. I said I just can't wait now to see you again. For the 30-year conversation never ends. Yeah, the 30-year conversation. We're building a community, we're building a crew, and when we get together, that's what we're gonna do. Keep the chatter and the banter and the laughter and the tears and the bonds we keep on building, getting stronger through the years. I can't wait to see you again. I said I just can't wait now to see you again. For the 30-year conversation never ends. Yeah, the 30-year conversation. Some call it a party, some call it a con. I call it the plane we all are living on. When the things we have in common make connections, and we try to keep the conversation going between them, you and I. I can't wait to see you again. I said I just can't wait now to see you again. For the 30-year conversation never ends. Yeah, the 30-year conversation. I can't wait to see you again. I said I just can't wait now to see you again. For the 30-year conversation never ends. Yeah, the 30-year conversation. Focus. And so we come staggering in sideways, having tripped over the curb, make a tumble over the hedgerow, bounced off the mailbox, fallen backwards up the stairs, in through the open half of the Dutch door, landing face down on the mat, with a dog sniffing curiously at our head, at the end of another Tobias the Adequate Troubadork show. That was pretty convoluted. I like it. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Without y'all here, literally, this has little purpose and less meaning. we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep doing it until such time as we are all permitted to gather in places. I will definitely be confined to quarters for another week because of my secondary exposure. I was, thank you very much. I try. Some days I get it right. I will recall someone saying in confusion to my lovely wife one day, when did he get good? Joke's on you. I never got good. But I got exposed to somebody who got exposed to somebody who has COVID-19. Now, the person I got exposed to has tested positive for COVID-19. So far, we are asymptomatic. So this is 1 of 2 weeks worth of self-quarantine to see if we have symptoms or anything like that. This is all happening during Texas's cedar fever season. Yeah! Allergies! Because cedar trees are exploding into pollen all around us because cedar trees do not care what time of year it is. So you have to figure out whether or not that dry mouth, the productive cough, the runny nose, the sniffling, the sneezing is sinuses or something worse. And so far, thanks to a gratuitous application and a vulgar display of allergy meds, we're doing okay. So we may get tested. We'll see where we stand. But the company also, because the person that I got exposed to was then tested positive for COVID, the day job company has... Yes, the day job company has... Tree sex waits for no man. Day job company has, in fact, closed down the office for either 1 week or 2 weeks, depending on whose email you read, I guess. I would say 2, but I don't know anymore. I'm not in charge of anything. I'm just here. So we will continue to do this until such time as we got a better answer. And we'll do a couple of things real quick. Of course, tip jars are over there at paypal.com/theadequate and Venmo @theadequate. Sniffling, sneezing. Why did I pass out in the middle of the kitchen medicine? That's correct. I want to thank Eric and Robert and Rick and Emily and Miranda for helping me out on that. I want to thank my amazing Patreon crowd. Alexi and Austin and Chris and Teppo and Shay and Linda and Ann and Stephen and Robin and Alicia and Relly and BK and Kaylee and Richard and John, Brian, Lorraine for being my party on, party down, Patreon patron peeps. Go to patreon.com. You can see all the benefits that are there. I still got to screw with the light here because this is a dark green shirt and it's looking like it's a black shirt. But you know something? At this point in the show, I don't even know what matters anymore. You can find all the archives over here at facebook.com, twitch.tv/TobiasTheAdequate. Twitch keeps 2 weeks of shows. Facebook, that's my Tobias page. It has everything. YouTube is about caught up to last week. I will see about catching it up to this week by the end of this week. SoundCloud.com/Matthew-Laguerre has a lot of recorded stuff on it. I've been doing some podcast stuff. I'm working on a new podcast program for the Institute for Irate Science, but if you go to anchor.fm/theadequate, you can see all the podcasty things that I've done. You can also find that stuff on anywhere that streams podcasts, including Spotify. Speaking of Spotify, THUD Bucket, death metal you can laugh at. That's right, if you like laughter or you like death metal or both, check it out. We are on everywhere. We have just released our second music video for the album WTAF, which is called Plague Rats. It features myself and Ron doing most of the heavy lifting and me doing some very gratuitous maraca work. Yes, you heard me right, maraca work. You can find them everywhere, really. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on anything with the name music in it. We're on Bandcamp and Spotify and Apple Music and Google Music and all that. Check it out. We have sold an album, and I did in fact sign and send a signed photograph of myself and Ron to a fan in France. We have fans in France. Thank you very much. We so far we are doing well as far as the health thing goes. So that's where we are there. That's everything. That's everything out of me. I'm getting better at this, or at least I'm getting faster. We're gonna have pizza tonight, and I'm looking forward to it. We found a cauliflower crust pizza that actually works, but we do have to bake it a little bit before we put everything else on, or the middle of it gets a little mushy. Not like, disaster mushy, but like this pizza dough isn't completely cooked through mushy. Anyway, thank y'all very much. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be safe out there. Be sane. Do your best to keep your sanity. Do whatever you need to do. And if that includes hanging out with an idiot singing songs, fantastic. I'm all for it. I'm here for you. Y'all have been wonderful. I have been Tobias the Adequate, and thank you once again for encouraging my behavior. And I will see